Well, a fine how do you do to all you good folks out there today, and thank you for joining me once again on an episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am the Bayou Gold Guy, and today I'm doing something a little different just because it was 3 months ago today I did my first bag of Kleshkrums. Now, I'd actually ordered this in early April whenever I was putting out my first orders for gold. And I ended up panning it towards the end of April, right about exactly almost to the day now, 3 months ago. And my first video didn't go out on it until I think, what was it, the 12th? My first video ever was finally posted on like May 12th or 14th. I have to look, but so I thought it'd be cool to go back since I have this little bag. And since my first video was like 40 minutes long to do a bag of Kleshkrums, although I did spend 10 minutes talking about how I got all my stuff and, Klesh and getting started in all this. But I thought it'd be interesting to see how I go through the bag now, 3 months later after panning considerably more pay dirt than I had on the first day I ever touched this stuff. So, but it was the first gold I ever pulled out of dirt. Nice little piece. I can still recognize it when I look through my vial. I know different pieces from different bags. I recognize them. So yeah, I thought it'd be cool. So without further ado, let us turn to the gold epicenter of South Louisiana, this table. And even as you can see, this has changed since the first video. We've dressed her up and got her a little character here, old dingy Doris. She got her a facelift, Crusty Rusty. I always called her Crusty Rusty's poor southern relation. But, that term, you can put lipstick on a pig. But you can see there, she needs a coat on the bottom side because I left her sitting there and she rusted out my new. And that's the 6 coats of polyurethane on this bitch. So, yeah. Put lipstick on a pig, it doesn't help. But anyway, she still gets the job done. So we go to X marks the spot, as we've learned from every treasure movie ever. And let's get set up here. Actually, I bought this bag. I had it thrown in when I ordered the Klesh Beginner's Pay Dirt from when Bubba and Sons was doing their challenge. And I knew I wasn't going to get it in time to try, but just the idea of doing it was pretty cool. So I ended up getting a bag, and I haven't done that. I'm gonna try to actually do the blindfold test on this and see if I can do it. So I've developed some pretty good muscle memory now compared to the 3 months ago when I did the first. I had this one in the Gold Strike bag I'd gotten together. It was my second bag of dirt I did, which was his Gold Strike, and got my first half a gram. It was 0.60 grams out of it. So. And then, of course, we always had the Klesh card, which prompted you to do a video, which was why I actually even started doing this at all. Whenever I was buying gold initially I wasn't thinking I'm going to do it and do a YouTube channel, but there you have it. And now this is my 20th video in, and actually I just hit 30 subscribers this weekend, which is amazing to me. And again, I'd like to say a very, very sincere thank you to everyone who subscribes and comments and has interacted on my channel. It's a whole community I had no idea existed when this started. YouTube would feed out Dan Hurd videos and Klesh videos and none of the other varieties of all the videos that are out there from more people than I can name right now. This would be another 40-minute video. So, but I'm very humbled and appreciative. I never anticipated anything. I was just hoping I'd get a few people that would watch it. I never promoted it. I don't have any other medias out on it. Other than I do post sometimes on my Facebook page, but that's not really the target audiences, I don't think. But at any rate, I'm happy to be here doing this on today and on this little thing. So let's move along. As usual, we've got our jet dry water. We're going to soak down Dingy Doris here and open our little bag of Klesh. And then again, I guess I should mention though that since you haven't seen my first video out, this was all ordered from KLESH to get started. And the little vial of gold, I guess I should, hold on. Okay, yes. And it came with a little vial of gold, little vial to put your gold in. And as you can see, I've been busy at work putting gold in my little vial here. So gold is not included when you get the vial. It was empty. So that's a little bit of one of my 8 different vials of gold. We'll go through that sometime because I got some pretty neat little bits of gold there from different types. So, and then of course, and when you order this, KLESH will sign your pan if you send him a text whenever you order a kit from him, and sign you a custom pan, which mine got out faster than he could sign it. So whenever I ordered my original one, it didn't come signed, and he turned around and sent me one out like the next day for a signed pan. So that was really cool. No charge, nothing. And then I ordered my Super Sluice, Garrett Super Sluice from him, and again, that's the big 15-inch big boy. That's a solid, hard, good pan. I really like that. And it holds a bunch of it. I did my pastry 7 pounds at one time in that one, and which unfortunately that video is corrupted now. Thank you, YouTube, and I do not have a copy to re-up it, so halfway through it's gone. But it was not a very good return on that bag. So anyway, everybody pretty much knows what the Kleshkrums are about. He's got his little trinkets in there. If we're lucky, we'll usually get us a KLESH pick. Sometimes I guess, see, it's not in every one. My other first 2 bags I got from him in the Paystreak and the Kleshkrums had a pick in it. But if you look there, first thing, just like that first bag I got, you can see there's a little piece of gold right there showing through. And that was the first gold I ever picked out of dirt. And it even kind of had that same kind of little texture quality to it there. So, and then same thing I had my other ones. There's a little piece of amethyst, little quartz shard. This stuff now that I know is called aquamarine. And there's a couple of little just rocks in there. So we'll set those over to the side. And we're going to move along here. Make sure I am still recording. We'll wet it down and look at it. Yeah, the first video I did the classifications. I used my kitchen strainer. I did everything but the magnetics test on it. But it was the first time I'd ever touched gold or a pan, or tried to pan any gold, or even touched a pan of gold. So I'd had no dirt to practice on or anything like that, you know, unless I wanted to go get out some bayou mud. And I didn't think that would probably be quite the same. So yeah, we're just going to go through this and see. I have a feeling that it will be a whole different, there's a little piece of modeled granite there. I'll keep those to the side. I always like those. And then that, I think, is just, I'm not sure if that's some kind of, I gotta hold it where you see it, some kind of, granite piece, like granite piece, or what that actually is, but at any rate, it's a rock. So yeah, there's another little white piece of quartz there. A few little pieces of quartz in there. So yeah, I mean, I remember being so scared. I had it in the pan here, so I wasn't going to be able to lose it. You know, it was not going to go anywhere, but I was so tentative about washing anything out, man. I was scared. I was gold struck as soon as I saw that piece of shine coming out of the dirt in the pan, though. And it was about twice the size of that piece I picked up. And there's a little round black thing. I think that may be a garnet now, I've come to realize. I'm not sure, but I think, that's what I saw, bunches of those in my Miners Depot bags. I thought that was some kind of like you know, hematite rock or something, because it wasn't magnetic, but it was a pain to get around. But yeah, there we see the little little bundle shining through. So yeah, I would like I said, this was I tend to be a little nostalgic on things that I really like, and I've come to really like this. And I've said it many times, I do not see this ever getting old. Seeing that gold show up out of dirt in your pan, whether it's, you know, a few tenths of a gram, whether it's 3 grams, whether it's like Dave pulling that giant specimen piece out of rock 140 feet underground, and just like a kid on Christmas morning, first time he'd ever seen gold or something. That's how excited he still gets after doing it for decades. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that this is never going to get old. So alrighty, well, there we have the Kleshkrums bag completed, even with my blathering 11 minutes in. And that actually only took, you know, like I said, we chatted for a while here, so that's about 5 minutes to clean that out, which is as it should be. So I've come a long way in 3 months. I can get a Klesh bag out in under 40 minutes. All right, our little pan of gold from Kleshkrums dried up and ready to weigh. But I was thinking, man, I can't just be flashing a vial of gold and not showing you guys any details of my nice little hoard that I've been building for the last 3 months. So let's I'm not going to dump it out. We're just going to go look at it in the vial if I can get a good shot of it. That's my general gold. Miners Depot, KLESH, Lynch, Paystreak, a bunch of all the different. That was my largest nugget right there. That little Paystreak 4.5 gram nugget. You can see some of those, like those 2 pieces right there that are brassy. Those are from my chicken miners. If you, so there's a couple little shiny pieces in there. You'll see that's from golden pay dirt. All that fine stuff there. That's all from the Miners Depot, Alaskan dirt. So that's pretty cool. I think that's about, I'm not sure. I think that's about 7 or 8 grams in that one. And then this one, of course, is my beautiful 24 karat crystalline gold from Gold Nugget Sales, yeah, from Mike. With my largest nugget there, you can see there's the little dog. That's a, what was that one? 6.5, I think, 6.5 grams. But then you can also see next to him is the crab that has the hole in the top of it, where literally all you'd have to do is put a 18 karat link in there, and you'd have a little cancer, you know, for the crab. But that stuff's beautiful. And then of course I've got my gold. This is about a little over 5 grams of gold bay here, and you can see there's a pretty big difference in some of the gold that I've gotten from them. Some nice little, not quite half gram chunks, but there's a couple of them that are nicer little pickers. And then of course, one of my last acquisitions recently was this Vendetta. That's my 1.25 grams from my 1 gram bag of that super fine Vendetta gold, which I love. And then of course I've got a few other vials of different you know, from my different stuff. This is the other one that's one of my really cool ones, is the wire gold, where you can see that that came out of that red clay, that nightmare stuff that used to be in all the gold bay dirt, from what I understand. But yeah, this stuff you got to look through. Like I said, this phone is how I set up a lot of my gold. Whenever I'm just going to look at it, I'll set it up on the tripod like this and use my screen as a giant loop. So yeah, and then I've got my little Clinkies gold here that I had, and my little bit of Texas gold that I kept separate, that I just did. So that's all really cool to have. And then of course my one thing that I really like here is I got this in from Mike at Gold Nuggets for Sale, his other site, and that is a piece of, yes, you can see it looks like a little iceberg with gold on it. The it was from the Ed, I believe it was Edna and Kay. It was two people that did gold collecting for many years, and they sold him their collection, and he put it out. And this is actually one of the lower priced pieces that they had, and I was looking to spend more. This was only $45 for this little piece here, but to have it, just none of them had that look of that laciness running through it like this stuff does. So I don't know where I've lost my tweezers, so I have to you got my fingers in here, but it's beautiful, and it came in this beautiful display leather case, glass display case with a nice photograph and story about where the piece came from, a certificate of authenticity, just really cool. So I'd recommend going to Gold Nuggets for Sale, and he still has some of this stuff, and check out if you like these specimen pieces. That's my first ever, so. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because, like I said, I'm really proud of it. It's gold. I'm just really excited to be able to get this. So that's it. Let's go inside and get out. I'm just dripping out here. We'll go check it out. Yeah, man, it's much better in here. I was showing my gold out there just because it was so much better light than in here indoors. But man, the humidity is just, I'm literally just dripping. So let's go ahead and get our gold on the paper here. I went back through my tailings. I did find that little tiny speck right there. All right, let's put our paper on the scale. 0.26 is what it's supposed to weigh. It does. And zero it out. I owe KLESH this one because the first time I ever did this, the first gold I ever tried to weigh, it was on a little scale that was not, it was not made for this, and I couldn't even get it to register anything on it because it only weighed into tenths. So, well, look at there. We have it's bouncing. Let's get it in the center there. It's going between 1.8 to 20, but it's holding there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll count that. We'll call that 0.19 on a gram, which is really good for hell. That's real good for a little $15 KLESH bag of gold. It's got some really pretty fine stuff in it. It's got that one little chunker piece. But it's got really more. I'm kind of surprised it's got so much fine stuff in that for that little kind of little beginner test bag thing. Because you can see, I mean, there's a lot of that's quite a bit of fine gold mixed in there to get out. That's why I missed it. I said I missed it, but it was one of these like a little flake. I'm not even sure how it got by, but it did. So, but yeah, really cool. Beautiful gold as always, and like I said, I wouldn't be doing this at all if it weren't for watching KLESH's videos. And like I said, Shane's always been, he was, just instrumental as far as even getting all the material, all the equipment for it, and instructions on the, basically even how to do it. And every time you'd watch his videos, he'd go through it again. So you actually got to repeatedly see it. Like he does it for people that don't know what he's doing every time, and it it helps out a lot. So, like I said, I'm really grateful to have even because I didn't, like I said, before March of this year, I didn't know this even existed. I saw the YouTube and I thought it was a joke. See, I've been that's mess moved around now because I've been pushing down on it and messing with it. So we're sticking with our original. Yeah, the whole scale's off. 1.19 is what we got on this. So let's just go. We'll run the number. I'll run the numbers just to see to make it legitimate, and I'll be right back. Well, all right, I added some numbers up, and our 1.9 gram of gold on the date I purchased it was selling. Gold was selling for $1,904.05 an ounce back in May 30th. So it's 57.93 a gram now, compared to 61. What was it? $61 plus 61 something. I've got a little bit. 61.22 a gram on the day it was bought. So you know it's gone down, but it's gold. It'll go back up. So that's you know, but that gives us a 78% ROI on the date of purchase, which is really good on the little bag of Kleshkrums. So that's got to be a nice little fun pile to have. So now the details. I've been doing this for 3 months, and my videos are about trying to do this and make some money off of it, or you know that you're paying for your gold, your hobby. So in the last 3 months, I've bought from 16 different companies. I've sent out 28 orders. That includes my gold nuggets for sale quartz piece. And this is my 20th video today. So right now I'm up to 19.75 grams, not counting this 1.9, which will go into the official hoard. But my gold value as of today is $1,144.67, of which I've spent $1,295.72 to get it, buying gold pay dirt, with an 88% overall ROI. And that's not including postage. Like I say, I do not include it. It's part of doing business. But for those purists who want to know, gold cost $12.95.72, and then the amount spent on postage it was $169.31 altogether for all the gold I've bought. So that totals out to $1,465 with the gold value of $1,144.67. Gives me a 78% ROI overall if I count postage. So again, and if I was to take just 3 pay dirts off of this list, because I've you know not been buying all the best ROI dirts, just to show like a lot of us do on these videos, what not to buy and what to look out for. I got a couple that I'm not sure how are going to turn out. I just bought some from was it Yukon Gold Pay Dirt, I believe. It's a new one from their Bear Creek formation. So we'll see. But so yeah, if I was to just drop 2 to 3 pay dirts that were the lowest ROI that you really shouldn't have bought, I'd be up over 93-94% ROI overall on this. So to keep track of it all, I have my gold log, and it lists every order that I ever put in, and any of the details on the orders, the cost of the date that I bought it, the date that I recover it, when I put the video out. So things like that, just so I can keep an accurate log of all this. And plus, it's always fun to do stuff connected to the hobby when you're not actually digging for gold. You you can play with the numbers. So and I've also got my, I guess I should show this, I've got my little jar of trinkets now for like that one you recognize from the pan in a can. That's what got this started, was the pan in the can stuff. But we'll add our little Klesh pieces here to that, and continue on from there. So really cool. Like I said, I thank you for joining me. And anybody that's watching this and doesn't know, isn't really familiar maybe with the community and stuff that are a big part of this. Oh, I lost part of my tripod. But at any rate, I'm not bragging about this in any way, because there are people that have bags of gold they haven't even opened yet that are 5-10 times what I just showed you. I'm just showing you what I've done in my first 3 months of trying to do this the most economically advantageous way to have fun getting dirt out of pay dirt. But if I was just to stick with doing Vendetta, I had a 1.25. Every 4 bags you get a free gram. So buying dirts like that, and gold nugget sales, you know, 3.15 grams on my crystalline gold, you know, 0.15 grams over what you paid for. Things like that. And that's the other thing too. Those figures do not allow for the fact that I was paying $100 for a gram of that wire gold, you know, which I only got 0.96 grams of, which I was kind of disappointed with, but it's beautiful gold. Or that crystalline gold where I paid you know, a premium price to get it, but if you were to sell that stuff, you'd also make more. So the numbers can be fudged around to make it even higher than it is, almost up to close to a 95 to 98% ROI. You know, and it's all just a big numbers game anyway. But I try to do it where it's, you know, this is just the basic of what it cost me and what it is and what it's valued. It's straight face value, whether it's fancy gold, specimen gold, or whatever. So with that being said, but like I said, this is not about bragging. This is just about the community. I always want to see more people's gold. So hopefully, you know, y'all appreciate it, enjoyed just seeing a little bit of, you know, what I've put together now. And I'm teetering between, I'm always teetering between, oh yes, my precious, and King Midas, you know. I don't, you know, it's, I love my gold. I do have the gold figures, so. And with that being said, I got one more thing coming up on the next video. It's probably on my 25th video. And I don't know if you guys can see the details in that. I'm not going to show you what this bag is, but if you're familiar with the product, this is what I've never seen a video done on. And it's a big 3-pound bag, and it's got a lot of gold in it. There were a lot of gold for me. And some extra little surprises too, apparently. So I'm really having a hard time holding up, not just breaking into that and doing it. But I'd like to do that one for my 25th video coming up. So I have some pay dirts in between that need to be done. So, but if you recognize that bag, send me a comment and guess the pay dirt bag. Everybody's always playing guessing games, so let's do that. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. Special thanks to KLESH for getting me started into this, and something that I've just gone bonkers over, spending a lot of money on that I normally wouldn't be spending. But it's good because it actually is money I would normally be spending, but not on anything to show for it. So that's the other cool part about this. So again, thank you, and I'll catch you on. And again, and thank you from all my viewers, subscribers, all the comments. Man, if I don't get to your comments, sometimes my YouTube, I don't know. I don't see responses to comments. The initial comments come in, but then I got to go through every video and look if there's been any comments added to catch if you add any more, like from past videos. So if I miss you, I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't gotten back through scrolling through video comments yet. So okay, now that being said, well, here, this is probably gonna be another 40-minute damn Kleshkrums video. I can't stop myself. Thank you for joining me. Y'all have a great night. Peace out. What's in the bag?